Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. We are getting ready to go into our third national park of the week, and this one is
Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado.
Yep, Rocky Mountain National Park. We are back in Colorado after being in Wyoming and Montana. We're just getting back into Colorado. Decided while we're up here, we're going to go ahead and go over to Estes Park. That is the town. Estes Park is to Rocky Mountain National Park what Gatlinburg and Cherokee and Townsend are to the Great Smokies. They are border towns that sit right there on the boundary of the park itself. So we're going to be going into Estes Park, Colorado, and then entering Rocky Mountain National Park. We did this back in 2006. We took the Trail Ridge Road across the national park. It's very beautiful. We want to bring that to you today, so stay with us.
Okay, so we are getting ready to enter in, and here are the entrance fees. You can see they have a day use pass, $30, 7-day pass, $35, and then of course if you live in the area, you can get the annual pass for $70. But we purchased the America the Beautiful pass
Because we knew we would be doing 3 national parks in a week.
so it's saving us some money.
Saving us $20.
Yeah.
This entry fee here is $5 cheaper than Yellowstone and Grand Teton. They were $35 each.
Mm-hmm.
So if you total those two up, $70, and then the 30 here's $100. We paid $80 for the pass, and it's not per person, it's per vehicle. So we come out $20 to the good by doing that.
Yeah, and then if we go in any other national park that requires a pass through the end of July of 2025,
Yeah.
we're paid up. We're good.
Yeah, so we're going to make some use of that somewhere. We don't know which one yet, but we're going to do something.
Yep, we will.
Okay, so we're going to show you the drive up the Rocky Mountain National Park. I wanted to show you the entrance sign like we've been doing, but they had it covered up.
Yeah, they were doing some construction. I think they're having new little ticket booths, and they were redoing the sign, but yeah, it was covered up.
Now, the last time we were here, 2006, we actually saw a moose on the way down. I'm guessing it was a female. I don't know if male moose shed their antlers or not. Yes, they do. But it didn't have antlers, but it was a moose nonetheless. We come to our first overlook here in Rocky Mountain National Park, and it's a nice one. Very windy. Got a nice open valley down there. It's some kind of shrub here with pretty purple flowers on it. I don't know if you can see it through those trees or not, but that's Long's Peak, the highest point in Rocky Mountain National Park. Trail Ridge Road is the main road across Rocky Mountain National Park. It takes you up to the Alpine Visitor Center, and there's some really, really outstanding views up there. And right here coming into view is Long's Peak, which is the highest point in Rocky Mountain National Park. It's 14,255 feet.
Okay,ย้อน down. Drop over there. Vâng, cái này cái đây này, cái này cái đây này. Anh dưới đây. Hey, hey, Nadia, look at me.
So it looks like we're getting up towards tree line, or timber line, whichever you want to call it. Just a little bit above us now. We're at 10,560 feet right now, according to that sign.
Yeah, we just passed the sign. like all the pretty little yellow flowers on the side there.
Yeah, beautiful. Chauncey, why don't you sing something?
I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing.
This road is not quite as scary as Pikes Peak, but there's still some. You're seeing those trees, but if we were to go over that little rock wall, it would still be bad news.
Yeah.
Here's Rainbow Curve. We are going to pull
we'll
off.
Stop here. Yeah. Around my neck.
Folks, the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
Here at about 10,700 feet. There's Long's Peak once again. Now I want y'all to take in this view here. This is something. If y'all can see these because they're small, I'm seeing little chipmunks or ground squirrels. And let me block that wind. I'm seeing little chipmunks and ground squirrels everywhere. There's one on that little rock right there. Look at all the little chipmunks. Look at all of them.
Oh wow, yeah.
I bet I've seen 10. Those are, you're calling them ground squirrels. That one just chased the other one off.
Yeah.
Wish I'd got that. Did you see that?
I did.
So apparently they got a little den right there, but looky here. Hey buddy. Hey there.
He said, "Do you have
Oh wow.
food for me?"
Man, they are everywhere. I bet you there's 50 of them. Come here. He's come right up to me. Look at this. He came right up to my hand and said if I had food.
That's been fed.
Yeah, they must get fed a lot, and I don't know that you're supposed to do that. But I know you're not supposed to feed bear. But here's the road we were just on. You can see it winding up. Probably can't hear a word I'm saying. There's the road we were just on. The wind's probably 50 miles an hour. So there's my answer to that. You're not supposed to feed the wildlife. But he was sure coming up to see if I had food. But I always make it a point not to do that. You got these wildflowers that, for whatever reason, grow up here. Right at almost timberline. Look at those things are everywhere. Those little chipmunks. Yeah, this is where they're happy.
Wow, look at that just drop off where the snow's underneath it up there.
Is that getting that on the dash camera?
Yeah, it is.
If I need to stop,
Kind of in the
if I need
shadow.
to stop at a pull off and get something, I will.
Yeah, no, it's wow, that is just a drop
So
off.
we're basically at tree line almost now.
Yeah.
There's still a few above us, a few little stragglers. It's where I am.
I guess I'm up here.
Rovier's not a backseat dog.
No, he has to be right up here, up front with us.
If there's another pull off, I want to stop and get that drop off area you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't see one. I should have gotten the last one that was back there. Again, notice the absence of guardrails.
Yeah, it's
Which
pretty steep off the side here.
they pretty much have them all the way up in the Smokies, do they not?
Yeah, they do.
As far as what I can remember, except maybe a few spots. I know they do where there's sheer drop-offs.
Yes.
continuing on up towards the top of Trail Ridge Road. Some really good views over here to the left, so I'm going to stop and get that. Folks, y'all got to hear this. This wind is moving our vehicle.
And we're in a Ford Expedition.
Yeah, we're in an Expedition. Folks, I bet y'all can't hear a word I'm saying. This is like hurricane wind up here. It was all I could do to open my door. And it's moving the vehicle. We're in a Ford Expedition. Let me back out. It's actually moving that vehicle. I've been in since the hurricane on Siesta Key 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's something else. Sorry about the jittery video, folks. It's hard to stand still. Wow.
Yeah.
We made our dogs go in the back. We were not about to get there. Honestly, if they had gotten out here, they would have been rolling across that field and we'd never seen them again.
Especially Bravier. I mean, he's like, what, 5 pounds and he's so tiny.
I'm 200 pounds and it was blowing me. It was hard. There was a few times, you'll see it on the video, it kind of blew me backwards. And
it takes your breath away, the coldness and just the strength of it.
That's showing 59 degrees.
With that wind, it's a lot colder now.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what.
He wants back up here
that's the most wind I've been in since the hurricane in Florida a couple years ago.
My hair feels
that was a blast. That's like for me, if you like weather phenomenon, that's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, if it's not like a real bad
adrenaline,
one,
I think so.
And you can stay, yeah.
That's an adrenaline rush right there, just to be in something that powerful that you can't even see. If anybody knows what these little markers on the side of the road are, that look like tall trees that have had everything cut off of them, but they're everywhere and they're in the overlooks and everything else. If anybody knows what those are, this view off to my left is amazing. There has to be an overlook up here somewhere.
Or maybe up above where we can pull off and get a good look view of it.
This is amazing. Yeah, I got to get that. It looks like we're turning away from it.
Well, I wonder if we're going
yeah,
that way.
Hope so. Yeah, if we have a switch back here, this is an amazing.
I see some people up here on the side, so we can pull off there.
Forest Canyon overlook 500 feet. We're at 11,716 feet above sea level right now. So we're going to pull off here, and I'm going to show y'all this view.
Often exceed 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 100 today, but it's certainly back where we were. It's a little less windy here. It's still windy, but back where we were, I bet it was hurricane force.
Yeah,
So we're going to walk out here to show you the view. Are you ready? Start over here to the left with Longs Peak. ask that you not walk on the flower areas and on the tundra area and stay on the paved path. So we're gonna walk that up to the top. Okay, the paved tundra trail continues on. There's a little right turn off here. This is what I'm taking. I would say so far I've walked at least 3/4 mile, upwards of a mile. So keep that in mind. It's long, the air's thin, and it's windy. So we're going to do this, dress appropriately, and be prepared. Basically, I walked that way to see the same view, Long's Peak, and this view that I was just looking at. With a little additional view back that direction. I'm going to try to get over here out of the wind. Alright. Really, the only thing you get by walking up here is a little bit of this view back, whatever direction I'm looking. I'm going to say to the east or northeast. But that paved trail is a pretty long walk. I bet I've walked close to a mile up it. And it still goes on out to the edge out there, but I decided this was good enough. I can only imagine, folks, this is July the 3rd. It's cold, and as you can tell, very windy. I can only imagine what this is like in the wintertime. You couldn't get up here, I don't think. If you did, you wouldn't stay long. I believe that. Folks, I gotta tell you something. I don't see how anything survives up there. Plant or animal. There's 3 types of little flowers. There's the little yellow ones you'll see in the video. There's little blue ones and little purple ones. And they're just like, just above ground level, and the wind's just blowing them all in one direction. I don't, if that's a flower, I don't know why you'd want to grow right there, or how you could grow right there. But
Apparently this is the thing they love.
Evidently. I have not been in wind like that since Hurricane Elsa on Siesta Key in 2000, what, was that 21? That's going to be 3 years.
Wow, yeah.
And that was hurricane force winds. I think we've had hurricane force winds today.
Yes, it's the wind's coming around and whipping and knocking my hair into my eyeballs. That hurts. I'm
I
scared
have my hoodie on. My ears
there.
are still just numb. But it's hard to believe how windy it got once we got up about 10,000 feet.
Very.
But all right, let's continue on. Rocky Mountain National Park. Just passed a herd of about 30 elk back there on the left. Didn't notice it till we were already going past them. Folks, I'm trying to open my door and get out. And this is what I'm getting. You gotta see this. Watch this. Again, another shot of Long's Peak, 14,255 feet. Okay, and be aware they also have an Alpine Visitor Center that closes at 5 p.m. and it sits at an elevation of 11,796 feet. So we did cross higher than 12,000 feet on this road at some point.
All right, so here is the Alpine Visitors. Yeah, I'm getting it. And they have a Trail Ridge store and cafe.
We've been in that in 2006, but we're not going to get to go in it today, unfortunately.
Now it looks like they have a trail going up the side, right up there where all these people are going.
You gotta go up it?
No.
That would be
It'd be windy and cold.
I'm using the camcorder for the most part, except for the riding views inside the vehicle. It's the one with the gimbal stabilizer, and it's still moving.
It's moving us.
Some of the other videos we've taken, I think, are so smooth with this thing, but I can't stand still, just to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's something else.
What I think we're going to do, we're starting to descend down the other side now. I'm going to go as far, just a little bit more to see if there's any more mountain views. Instead of going out and coming out at Grand Lake, which is the other border town, it's a longer ride back to Denver there. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to stop at some point, turn around and come back across. But I think we've shown you the best views of Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
It is going to, again, we're going to descend from here, and the views are not going to be quite as expansive as what you've seen. I think we've shown you the best of it. All right, so we're getting back at tree line. The trees are very short right here, and they get taller the further down the mountain you go. That's a fascinating thing, how there's just a point where a tree won't grow again.
I know, it is.
And then we got an elk, two elk, one on each side of the road
Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
look at those.
Is the camera getting those? That camera?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
2 male elk.
Wow.
Would love to see a moose. We have not struck gold with a moose yet. But again, if anybody knows, I mean, if you really know what these markers are for, these
Wooden sticks, basically.
yeah, they're not like just wooden poles. They're actually trees that have just been,
Because some of them have been broken off.
yeah. But they're all along here, and they're at the pull-offs.
They were trotting along the road there. Now they decided.
Here, let me get it.
So here is that herd of elk that we saw as we were going up, and we're on our way back. So we're going to stop. We're stopping in front of us, but before them now. Quite a few of them, aren't there? Going into the road.
30 maybe? There's one, hold on, let me have the camera. It's going right in this car. Okay, they're petting it. I hope they're not feeding it because they're not supposed to. But that one comes right up to the car. It looks like they're just petting it. Right behind the red truck, it's crossing. Actually, it's just going to stand there. That one's a beggar there. He keeps going up to vehicles.
I see some antlers up ahead here.
And see, the reason they're doing that is because they are being fed by somebody, folks. Do not feed the National Park wildlife. That is stated over and over, especially if you feed a bear. Then if the bear comes to expect it and the next person doesn't feed it, the bear may get aggressive towards them.
Whoops. Hey there. Hello.
Okay, just descending back down Trail Ridge Road. This is the way we came up. Just want to give it to you from this perspective as well. Just amazing scenery.
It is. It's beautiful. And so much of it too is so rocky. Hence the name.
The name Rocky Mountains, that's
I
right.
know.
It's like the Great Smoky Mountains got their name because of all the moisture in the haze. And by the way, the Cherokee called the Smoky Shekinah, place of the blue smoke.
Pretty name, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Those trees just all blown one way because of that wind.
I love Indian Native American names.
And the skinny little wind-blown trees. Now we're going to get into the shadow of them, the way the sun's going down. popping.
Okay, folks, so that concludes our video of Rocky Mountain National Park, just west of Estes Park, Colorado. A couple of things about Rocky Mountain National Park. If you take Highway 34 through it, Trail Ridge Road, you enter in at Estes Park on the east, and you exit at Grand Lake on the west. Grand Lake is a really neat town. We did not go there today. It's kind of like a western town in a way. I would love to spend some time there sometime. But today, just for time's sake, it's getting late. We decided to go up and show you the best of it, and then we turned around and came back the way we came in. So we're going to be back out in Estes Park. So Shaughnessy, what did you think of Rocky Mountain National Park this evening?
It's beautiful. It's very, very pretty. We showed you the entrance fee, the $30, but there's also a timed entry. If you come between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., you will need to go online and reserve your time. We came after 2, so we didn't have to have that. And there's also, what part of the park is it that you have to have a timed entry? There's some side road or something.
Some side roads, yeah.
Yeah, that you have to have a timed entry. So just make sure and check out the website before you come, just to make sure, you know.
But if you're just going to drive Trail Ridge Road, which is the main road across it, you have to have that between 9 and 2.
Yeah. But very pretty, very windy. I just brushed my hair out and I could hear all the tangles. I told him, I said, I hate that sound. It says, it sounds like my hair is breaking off. But very cold. It said, what, 53? Was that the lowest? Or
That's the lowest it showed.
But it was much colder than that.
53 with a wind chill of about 10 below.
Yeah.
So if that's possible. That wind was, I think, honestly, hurricane wind.
That was strong. And we saw a sign that said, you know, it can regularly be up to 100 miles per hour. I don't think it was maybe that, but it was.
No.
It was
I'd
strong.
say 75, 80 at times.
It was strong.
There was times we were sitting here in the vehicle and it was wobbling.
Shaking it,
And
yeah.
you saw me trying to get out. I recorded the door slamming. That wasn't me, that was a wind.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you come to Colorado, you got to see Rocky Mountain National Park. The scenery was so much more spectacular today than when we were here in 2006, because that was a cloudy day. And I remember when we got up to the top, the wind blew some of the clouds off, so we were able to see some. But I was just in awe today, like I was seeing it for the first time, because some of it I was. Today there's certainly not a cloudless sky. There are a few clouds, but
Very high, but
they're
still
high
very blue.
and mostly 99% blue sky. So beautiful day to come. If you come here, again, this is July 3rd. If you come here, you want a hooded sweatshirt and pants at the least. Okay? Just don't say just because it's July. It is very cold up there. And you will regret it if you don't. I wore shorts, but I did pull my hoodie out of the suitcase.
Yeah, I got shorts and I got my jacket on.
But yeah, Rocky Mountain National Park is a must-see if you're in this area. The
Definitely.
scenery is amazing.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe.
And find and follow us on Facebook.
And have a blessed day.